It didn't work very good last week.
Shut up, Tobe.
We're live. Hey, before we get started, though, I want to apologize. I don't know if everybody had sound issues with us last week or not, so we're trying something a little different again this week. So hopefully it's better. I guess somebody will tell me. My wife might be listening. But anyways, run through our sponsors real quick. Morning Sun Marketplace out in Thomasville, Pennsylvania with Rick and Sue Fritz. Hawk Wings up in Jackson, Minnesota. My Race Pass. Kaiser Wheels, Be Wiser by Kaiser. Kudum Auto Sales over in Inwood, Iowa. R&K Insulation also over in Inwood, Iowa. Houston Speedway, Bud, we're down to like weeks now.
We're there.
Short weeks. It's coming. Folker, I can't even say their name. I've known them for 60 years now. Well, maybe not 60, but I've been around for 60. But anyway, Fulkins Brothers Trucking. They got livestock. They do a lot of hauling of that. Give Trim a call. S2F or Start to Finish. Hero Haven for all they do for vets and first responders. And, of course, we don't want to forget Shane and Snow with Lumber Lounge and Garage with Bench Racing. Ooh, Bud's running back. That's almost a fast trot, Bud. I'm impressed. Because we're to your part of the show now.
I know. That's why I knew I was
you were on the edge of being late.
Hey, we're back at Hoagie's Garage, kind of running around with our heads cut off, but we made it.
We're struggling to be ready on time.
We're so happy to have Jade Avedisian back on our show. How'd I do, Jade? Did I get it right?
Nope, that was perfect. Thanks for having me on.
All right, all right. That's great. Tell us where home is these days, Jade.
Yeah, home is kind of everywhere right now, but usually throughout the weeks, I'm in North Carolina in the Charlotte area, so yeah, it's been great. I've been out here for 2-3 years now, so yeah, just kind of home base for right now.
Okay.
So just we realize you're getting pretty famous. We appreciate you coming on. I mean, there's a little sentimental value because weren't we? We were like your first podcast, weren't we? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's cool. It was cool.
Yeah. And she's got pretty much her own Toyota commercial now.
Yeah.
And she's not just a girl that's fast. She's just fast, I think, is how that is in the commercial. Was I close?
Yeah.
She's going to get mad at you, Tope.
That's okay. I'm just saying, she's just fast. It's fun to watch. And she went back and played on the dirt a little bit a while ago.
Yeah, no, it was really cool to be obviously a part of a commercial and, obviously all the backing I've had from Toyota, the last few years. So, yeah, when they asked me to do that commercial, I didn't even have to think about it. My answer was pretty quick. So, cool to be a part of it, for sure.
Absolutely.
How long does it take to make a commercial like that? Do you get it done in a day or a couple hours or what?
Yeah, I mean, it took the parts I was in. It took me a day. We were out there probably from I think we started at 7:30 and we kind of went till 5:30 or 6. But there's so much stuff behind the scenes and editing and the voiceovers that they have to kind of go through and pick out the best ones. So there is way more work they have to do than I had to do. So my job was just for a day.
Boy,
yeah, well,
and we get a new sponsor, and we're like, well, Bud, let's say this and this. Okay, and then we shoot a commercial, and 30 seconds later, we're done. So maybe 4 minutes total for us.
If they don't like it, they can just call us and say, hey, can you do something different?
Yeah.
But, yeah, yours is a little bit nicer commercial than ours.
Yeah, absolutely. You've had a lot of different things happen in the last 2 years as far as driving and stuff like that. Maybe just give us a quick, what have you all been driving the last couple of years? And then we'll get into what you're doing now and into, this year.
Yeah, so I think 2024, when I got hurt in the dirt side of things in the midget, I kind of, took a step back and, realized kind of what are my priorities. And, my goal is to, race on Sundays. So I was able to kind of, my first full year pavement racing last year in 2025. I did some pro late model stuff. I did 2 super races. I think I did a TA2 race, and then I had my 2 Orca starts last year. And then fast forward to this year, 2026, I'll do 20, 25 super late model races, full time with the ASA Tour, and then I think I have 8 or 9 ARCA national races. So the last 2 years has been pretty crazy. It's kind of cool to just see my growth and just continue on, trying to trying to better myself every weekend.
Yeah.
A whirlwind of things going on, to say the least, I would say.
Yeah, it's been cool. And then 3 weeks ago, I think it was, I got to hop back in a dirt car out in California. I ran a micro for the Kick In Give Back race. So I hadn't, done dirt racing in like a year and a half, almost 2 years, I believe. So it was really cool to just kind of get back in the swing of, things on dirt, and look forward to doing more on my off weekends.
And you did well, if I remember correctly, didn't you?
Yeah, it was fun. We think the first night we started 16th, I believe. We finished 4th. The next night we started 5th, or we started 6th, finished 5th. Third night we won, and then the final night I should have won, and I ended up spinning down the back straightaway, passing for the lead. So, yeah, that stuff is just fun. I get to do it with, the people I grew up doing it with, with my dad, my brother, or he's not a brother, but he's basically a brother, brothers to me, Cole and Cody. So, I just enjoy, kind of getting unplugged and just having fun, and just kind of reliving those moments.
Yeah. Now the sponsor for that is Tob. What is that? Is it Peels?
Yeah, Peels. Yeah. So Philip I think he's been with me for 2-3 years now, and they're based out of California, so they wanted to do the dirt racing, and obviously I wanted to do it, so we kind of put that deal together, and it was fun to have Philip and Flo and all the people, out from Peels that, came along that weekend. So yeah, hopefully we get to do some more of it, but glad I could have, some cool partners like them that kind of just want to go out and race and have fun on our off weekends.
The fruit is getting involved in dirt racing. You had Peels and Sugar Bee Apples. They were the big sponsor out in Vegas for the weekend, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to tell us
are the best.
if they're trying to tell us dirt folk that we're unhealthy, we need to eat better food. I'm not sure what the deal is, but
Yeah.
maybe too many chili cheese fries, and they're trying to tell us we got to do better.
I do like chili cheese flies, Tob.
I'm not going to argue with that point either. But they did have good apples.
Yeah.
I did eat an apple a day while I was out there because they kept giving them to me.
So how was that? Getting back on the dirt, is it just like riding a bike, or it seemed like every night you did get better. So was it a little bit more just getting the car the way you wanted it, or was it just a little bit getting used to being back on dirt?
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of both. Feel like I got better, throughout the week, kind of progressed. I feel like my car got a little bit better, and then obviously just a combination of us, being the best we can by the end of the week. So, it was honestly, I don't know if it was as easy as just hopping back on a bike and riding the bike, but I would say, the first night I was just probably a little rusty, even kind of the second night at the start of it, but by the third or by the fourth night I was, feeling back to, what I guess I felt 2-3 years ago. So, yeah, I took away from that weekend of, I just forgot how fast the pace is. And, when I get back in the midget, I'm probably going to say the same thing as well. So, yeah, just a lot going on in a little time. I think I got kind of used to the pavement side where, you're just in the car for, a long time, and you have to be, patient and, just work through a race. So yeah, it was fun to just get my heart rate back up and just race really hard for 30 laps.
Now, not going to lie to you, we watched you more when you were on dirt, but we do pull you up on the TV every so often, watch you on one of your races. But like a typical, what do you say, you run the ARCA series, isn't it?
Yes.
ARCA's one of them, yeah.
Yeah. So run me through a typical day at the track of that. Like, what time do you have to get there? How long are the races? Just, walk us through a typical day at an ARCA race.
Yeah, it just depends. I've had a few, and each day has been a little bit different. But this past week in Kansas, I had an appearance at the TRD display. I think our race was early, so this probably was at like 10 a.m. And then I hopped in the car. We were green at 11:30. We raced for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we were out of there, right after the race. So, they're pretty compact weekends. but then again, like I ran the dirt race in North Car last year at DeCoin, and that one was super compact. Like we practiced, qualified, and raced in like a 5 hour stint. So it really just depends, the racetracks we go to, and if obviously if the cup cars are there and all that. So like I said though, it just depends on what's kind of going on.
Okay.
So how much say do you have what's going on in, say, the ARCA car compared to the micro or midget that you've raced for a lot longer? Are you going by what they're telling you, or are you trying to help them out with what you're feeling also?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've had, a few races to kind of, expect, or going into a weekend expecting, what I know I should feel in our car. So, I mean, obviously it's just not me telling them what to do. Like it's a combination of us,
Yep.
of our group just working hard to get me comfortable and, the things I ask for, when I get off the track and, in ways that I feel like we can make our car better and ultimately just go faster. So it kind of goes both ways. And then the dirt car, like the micro, I don't really, I don't know. It's kind of the same atmosphere. Like we're a team, and it's very laid back though. Like I'll tell the boys, like, hey, I think I need, well, let's just say, like more right rear stick, and it's done, and we go rip the fence, the next or a few minutes after that, and it's all smooth sailing. So the pavement side is definitely a little bit more car based, I feel like, and obviously like the dirt car, if your car is not perfect, you can kind of find ways on the racetrack to make it better. So
Yeah.
I think it's just two different types of racing, two different kind of styles you have to have. So yeah, just very different.
You got a lot on your plate, is what it amounts to. a busy young lady.
Yeah, yeah, it's been fun though. I like going back and forth to like multiple cars, and I think it only makes me better. And then obviously, now that I get to do a little bit of dirt racing, I love that. So, yeah, it's just been fun this year, and looking forward to the rest of the year.
Do you have dirt races more on the schedule for this year, or is it just going to be when it works out for you?
Yeah, we don't really have a schedule. Realistically, it's just, when I have an off weekend and I want to go race, I can kind of go race, depending
Yep.
on my schedule. But, yeah, like this is how laid back it is. For instance, it was yesterday, my late model race had gotten canceled this weekend. So I called my dad and I asked him if there was a race in California, like a dirt race. And he was like, no, there's no racing.
Damn it.
And it's like $200 to win. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna skip it. So yeah, it just depends. There's really no schedule on the dirt side of things,
Sure.
and I know I'm doing some stuff later in the year, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say. So
Nope.
yeah, just
We don't want to get nobody in
back.
trouble.
Yeah, don't. I mean, we like hearing surprises, but we don't mind by getting in trouble about it. So, how much are you having to work out to drive these cars? Is there a different level of, 150 miles or whatever the distance is? Those are long. I mean, are you having to work out, increase your strength and all that, or not?
Yeah, luckily I have a good place, in Mooresville. Obviously, the Toyota Performance Center's here, so we'll go in every day and, do our workouts and, try to eat, the best we can throughout the week. But I don't feel like it's the strength necessarily. Like, I never feel like my arms are falling off or, my neck's falling off. Like, none of that. I feel like it's, more the heat, come summertime. Like, the cars are super hot. Like they can get up to like 130 degrees, I'm pretty sure, inside. So, for me, it's more the heat. And obviously when you're, that hot, then you can't, think as fast or as sharp. So, I lately have been trying to kind of just focus on, just heat training, just because I feel like that helps me and benefits me, the most, especially, coming into summer in these next few months.
Yeah. What does?
Did you say heat training?
Yes, yeah.
That's
So we'll go in this room. It's probably I don't know, 8 by 10, 10 by 10, maybe a little bit bigger, and it's I think maybe 110 degrees, and then we'll wear like thermal long sleeves and thermal pants, and we'll work out there or work out in there for an hour, and then you'll get out.
That sounds absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Now,
So me and you, we went last 5 minutes in there.
oh, yeah. Now I haven't probably worked out in the last 15, 20 days. I mean, years, 30 years maybe. I don't know. So I don't know anything about any of it. But in the one commercial, you're running on the treadmill with the mask on. What does the mask
Yes.
do? Does that give you oxygen, or is that monitoring what you're doing, or what? I have no idea. I'm just curious.
Yeah, so I think it's called the VO2 mask situation or test or something. So I don't know too much of the details, but basically you'll go on the treadmill, you'll wear this mask, and so you'll run for, let's just say, 20 minutes, and all they're looking for is when your carbs are gonna cross over like your fat. So in preparation, like before a race, so say you burn a lot of carbs instead of a lot of fat, like you would eat a lot of carbs before
Okay.
you go race, because you burn a lot of them. So that's what the mask does. Just to see, because obviously everyone's different of how they burn calories or and stuff like that. So that's kind of what they're testing with the mask.
Little
That's
higher
awesome.
tech than the weight room in '85 back at West Line.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The data that it comes up with the mask and the backpack and all that, it's pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah,
That's
because you said 20 minutes and I was out after 20 seconds. So
yeah. Are you in a way kind of living out your dream a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even if you asked me like 3 years ago, I probably would have never said I would, be doing the things I would be doing now. So, yeah, it's been crazy, the last few years, but I feel like I've just tried to slow down and, realize, how lucky I am. Obviously, only a few kids, get the opportunities I
Yep.
get. So, yeah, I'm just grateful for, all the opportunities I get, and, everyone that's kind of came in my life the past year, 2 years, 3 years. So, yeah, it's definitely pretty special.
What's the long-term dream?
The long-term dream is to race on Sundays in the Cup Series.
okay.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yep, it would be.
Like you said, you have to remind yourself that you're living your dream now. It's like every sporting event there is. Every kid wants to make it to that top level, and like way less than 1% of your athletes from high school make it anywhere. And
Yes,
it's
for
not much
sure.
different
Like,
in racing. Everybody dreams of making it to that next level, and it's hard.
Yeah.
And you're there.
She keeps
you know,
climbing.
You're, I don't know if you want to say halfway, 2/3 of the way to your dream, you could say, by making it to Cup.
Yep.
So it's impressive.
Yes.
yeah, thank you. And yeah, obviously, like you said, only a small percent, like, I think, or there's only obviously 36 drivers in the Cup Series. So, to be one of those is, super special.
Yeah. How well do you know your sponsors? You keep getting new ones all the time.
Yeah, I know them pretty well.
Do you want to rattle them all off? That's always good for you.
Yep. So Toyota Racing, Mobile One. Mobile One's been with me for 3 years, I believe now. So that's a cool partnership. Obviously same with Toyota, and then I have Yahoo, I have Peels. Everyone at Peels has been awesome to work with. Sparko, I always have my suits, perfect and ready for all the weekends ahead. Trying to think who else, and I think that's about it. And everyone else that supports me, and all the people behind the scenes, I'm much appreciated.
Is there a new one? Something like diecast or something? Maybe.
Oh yeah, KK Diecast, I believe. That's a new one actually. So yeah, that partnership, like I said, just kind of came together maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm excited to have my first diecast out. I'm not sure when it's gonna come out, but soon. So yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Do you do most of your I don't know what's the right word here. Not PR, but negotiations or agent. Is your dad and mom your agent, or how do you work all that out? Because it seems like that could get really confusing.
Yeah, it's hard to even explain. Luckily, I'm not, too involved with anything, outside of just kind of my day to day and my people, my day to day life. Obviously, the partnership stuff is, so important, and I could sit here all day long and say, I'm not involved in that stuff, but at the end of the day, I have a good idea of kind of what's going on because, ultimately that's how I race. So,
Yeah.
yeah, just grateful for everyone's that came or has came into my life, but yeah, my parents do a lot for me. I have a few people behind the scenes that help me out a lot, whether it's just my day-to-day life or hey, I need something or stuff like that. So yeah, there's a few people that have a lot of say in stuff.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So, do you still have a Jade website for apparel, or is that all kind of through the team now, or is there a way people can get stuff?
Yeah, I have my personal website. I'm pretty sure it's just Jade Avedisian. So I think the diecast will be on there whenever they come out, and I have all my shirts, hoodies, and all that. So yeah, go check it out.
We still got ours of you up here
Yep.
in our garage.
Appreciate
hanging
it.
there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's
Third one from the left.
that might be one of your first ones. I'm trying to think what's on there, Tobe. I can't
You
read it.
can't read it from here, bud. What the hell?
Yeah.
We're too old.
But black with a little bit of pink on it. I don't know.
Oh, it's probably the micro one, huh? Like 4 or 5 years ago.
84?
Oh, that was the midget.
Yeah.
Chad Boat's midget I ran a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. So
That's all we know.
That's-
We don't keep track
that's
of.
my long range distance from here. So, but Tobe's got maybe a couple questions that
We don't think we've asked you before, so we've done the rapid fire.
Yep,
We should probably do them again with her sometime because they've probably changed.
yeah, probably.
But do you have any like unusual routines before a race?
No, I don't actually. I'm not superstition at all. Yeah, I don't have anything. The only thing that I try to do or think about, I guess, before I go in the car is have I eaten and have I drank enough waters and fluids. So that's about it. And yeah, just hop in my car and get locked in.
that's good.
Okay. Another one. How about a hidden talent? You got something that we don't know about? Bud, Bud's only claim to fame. He can wiggle his ears.
I can wiggle my ears. I'm pretty impressive.
Oh wow, that one's pretty good. No, I don't have any hidden talents.
Oh man.
She's like me. We're
Someday
just-
somebody's
Well,
gonna have one.
She can drive quite a bit better than me, but other than that, she's like me. No hidden talents. One last question, Jade, and then we'll let you go. We don't want to keep you too long. What's the best part about being a race car driver?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Probably competing. Like just the aspect of competing. Like obviously the sport is super tough, and it's only gonna get tougher, right? But you win or you lose more times than you win. So
Yep.
just staying hungry and I don't know, just waking up every day, with opportunity and the chance to just try again. And yeah, so I would say just competing and honestly, anything I do in life, I'm, competitive. Or try to be, competitive. And even growing up, I was super like into anything I did and wanted to win. So yeah, so I would say the competitive aspect is, something really cool.
Well, that's what's going to get you to where you are. So you're going to have to keep that edge to keep going up, girl. So you're doing it right.
Jade, we really appreciate your time. Obviously, well, nobody ever has to come on our show. So, we really appreciate all you guys taking your time out of your busy schedule and, coming on here. One last thing. How's your golf game?
Oh, my golf game? It just depends on the day. I played yesterday and it was rough. I had to stop keeping score after hole 3. So, maybe I'll get better. I don't know. But I feel like I don't play enough to get better. Like, it's just like once a month or once every 2 months, just kind of when I have time. So I want to get good at it, but I just need to find the time to get good at it.
how like yesterday the round wasn't going good, and knowing how competitive you are.
What do you call not good?
Oh God. Well, the first tee box, I think I lost 3 bowls. So then I was like, well, this is rough. I only had 6 bowls to make it through 9 holes too. So I was like, oh shoot, hopefully I can even finish my round here.
Well,
but I don't know. I've kept score maybe a handful of times. That's like one thing I'm not competitive in, really. Like, I just go out with some of my friends and, have fun. I think we're more competitive on the golf carts getting to the next hole than we are golfing. So,
Typical racer right there.
That's one thing I just kind of go with the flow just cause it's just fun.
That's the only reason I do it.
have you had a golf cart sideways?
Yeah, I actually flipped one a few weeks ago. So that wasn't ideal.
Bud hasn't flipped one, but I watched him go across the bridge sideways once with the back wheels hanging off the bridge.
That was scary. I'm not going to lie.
There was a huge hill, and it had just started raining. So we were trying to get back to the clubhouse, and I hit the brakes, and it, like, while going down the hill, and it slid sideways, and then we slid so far that it, like, caught the concrete and tipped us over.
Well, that's exactly what Bud did. Down a hill, the grass was wet in the morning, sideways, and he happened to hit the bridge.
It's one of those par 3s that you look straight down the hill to the green. And I didn't think going that fast, but I accidentally locked the brakes, and there was a wooden bridge, and somehow I went perfectly sideways all the way across the bridge.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, no one got hurt, but
it was freaking hilarious after it was done.
Yeah. Oh, we were cracking up when we flipped it too.
Yeah. Wow.
The joys of a golf game.
Absolutely. Well, again, thanks so much for being on. We wish you the best. Keep kicking ass and having a blast at the same time.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me on.
You bet.
You take
We'll
care,
see ya.
Jade.